Hello and welcome to Yapping with the Kardashians. In this highly requested episode, we'll be discussing how we raise our child with schizophrenia and how it works for us. I'm with
Victor.
And I'm Eva.
The Kardashians.
Found a second mic.
Yes.
So we each have our owns now.
Yeah, and before we get started, we thought we'd introduce our kids because, they are the point of this video.
Yes.
So.
As well as ourselves. We can't forget about that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, our parenting skills have brought our children to success, and we're going to share them with you guys today.
Yes.
So, our oldest, Kim, she's 15, and she suffers with schizophrenia. You want to share some of her interests?
Yeah, of course. So she really likes K-pop, tennis, going out with friends, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, social media, basically. She loves slime. We have some of hers here with us today.
She loves pink.
Yes, it's her favorite color. And to describe her, I'd say she's pretty quiet until she's around the right crowd that brings out the best in her.
Exactly.
So she's very outgoing in those situations. And she's well behaved until her episodes occur, which we'll get into later on in this video.
And then our second, his name is Khan. He's 8 years old, and he really likes Spider-Man, ice hockey, Pokemon Go, playing with his Nintendo Switch, and he's just a bright young boy.
He is. We love him. And our youngest, we have Yi, or Ye. Now, people mispronounce every time. He's just 1 year old, and his interests, well, he doesn't have many at this age, but he loves crying, pooping, Cocomelon, Jungle Junction, and crawl racing.
Yes, we were number 1 in states last year.
Yes. So we thought we would tell you about ourselves and where we live now. So I'm Eva, I'm 33.
And I'm Victor, as I said before, and I'm 37.
Yes. And we live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, right outside of town, but it's a walkable distance, so it's a really good area for raising our kids.
And, we've been together a long time.
Just
High school
forever.
sweethearts.
How long?
I've lost count.
Me too. Just so in love.
But we're together all the time. We have a
Yeah.
famous realtor company.
Yes, the Kardashians.
Yes, you may have heard of us, or from
Yes.
our blog,
If you ever want to buy a house,
let us
come to
know.
us.
We're the best in town.
Yes.
In the state of Oklahoma, actually.
Yeah.
So, let's answer some questions now, I think. Are you ready?
I
honey?
would have to agree.
Yeah. Okay. So, our first one, user John Lizzie 20 is wondering, and I quote, "What were some signs you noticed in your kid's childhood that were out of the ordinary?"
Okay. Do you want me to start us off?
Yeah,
All
please,
right.
thank you.
So, once we noticed something was out of the ordinary, as you guys would say, we took a look online, asking Google all these questions, and we came across American CPR Care Association, and we took some tips and tricks from this website that kind of helped explain what was going on with her. And one of them was delusions, where she would feel threatened as she might be in an alternate reality in fear of disaster or a serious situation, which was pretty common, we thought.
Yeah, she was experiencing a lot of hallucinations. She was hearing voices, seeing things that weren't there. She was saying kinetic speech, just gibberish sometimes, or just conversations that, we were having with her. Just
untypical behavior.
Yeah. She wouldn't respond, some unnecessary movement. It was just very concerning as a parent. So
yeah, we never wanted to see our kids go through something like this, but unfortunately we had to, and we had to deal with it. But I think we really found the right website.
Good question.
Yes.
You can read the second one, honey.
Yes. So our second question is from user John Lizzie.
Or
Is-
no, that's the first
Lizzie.
one. So it's user Lizzie09 is wondering
About the diagnosis process and what it entails.
Okay. You want me to take this one,
Yeah.
honey? So we used this website after we kind of took notice from the initial website of the CPR American Association, right? That's what it was?
Yes.
Okay. So after, we saw this new website, the Mayo Clinic, and they really helped us with the diagnosis process. We noticed she was doing some of the most symptoms that had in schizophrenia, and it just really helped us take steps how to diagnose her appropriately and with the correct, illness.
Yes.
And then some of the treatment, or did they want to know more about what we did?
If there's a
think
question
so.
about that.
Yeah. you know, physical exams, there was tests and screenings, evaluations, and, you know, just a lot of meetings with a social worker, a psychiatrist. It was tough, but we made it.
Yes. And for us, we took a look into our family history as well. So that was interesting.
So as you said, we took a little look in our family history. You know, I wasn't really close with my family, like my extended family, so we weren't really too sure on that. But Eva's adopted, so it was really hard to know who in our family has schizophrenia and the chances for the rest of our children, and Kim as a whole. So it was very tough, but
getting emotional just thinking about this.
I know.
But we ended up bringing Kim in for second opinions because we were just so unsure, because we did that before we even got the family history.
And it's such a hard diagnosis as well. She's only 15.
Yes.
You know,
just so young.
Yes, it's insane. But we make through. We're very strong people, strong family. So we push through.
Yes.
Would you like to read the second question?
I'll go for it, yeah. You mean the third question?
Oh, third question.
Third.
Excuse me, honey.
Already,
I
time
had a
is
long
flying
day.
by.
Sold 2 houses.
Good job, honey.
Thank you.
Of course.
She,
All right.
She was out with the kids today.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So user future Dr.
J.
J920 is wondering, how did this change or affect our parenting methods? Do you want to start us off?
Of course.
All right. Thank you.
So we like to think of ourselves as like very relaxed parents, very just not pushy. So this really took a little spin on how we were going to do things.
Yes.
So we started with really communicating with the social worker at school because, you know, we started noticing this around middle school, junior high. So we were talking a lot with the social worker on some medications that she could take, some therapy, and just life skills training. And, you know, sadly enough, some hospitalization if necessary. Because she, you know, when you're in a different state, a delusional state, you don't know what's going on, you know who's a threat. So it was just really hard for her. So, you know,
it was the best option at the time that we had to put her through and ourselves.
Yeah, it did lead us to making the choice to give her medication, but we do think it's generally helped her.
Yes.
You know, as you know, approaching adulthood. So.
And just to help her out, our parenting, she had chores beforehand, but we just continued them because life training, as said before, and also to stimulate her brain and her
maybe
mood.
in the future we would put her on tougher medications, or if she made the choice to, or her what are they called, the help that she'll be living with as well. You know, it's really on how she evolves, but we really prioritize having a healthy lifestyle. Again, stimulate her mind, keep our kids busy, and it's how we bond as a family, really. So and we also thought it was very important to, you know, get certified in CPR and IED training. We just think it's really helped, and we recommend that to any parent dealing with some type of family struggle. So
not even just a family struggle, but it's a good skill to have.
Exactly.
All right, did you want to read this fourth question for us?
Of course. So user football JL20 is a lot of 20s here, you know, so no wording. They're wondering essentially how we as parents cope with our daughter's diagnosis. That's hard.
So I think the first thing that we did was we started going to a family therapy as well as individual for both of us each. So that helped us in different ways. And we also love to spend some alone time because we know it can be so overwhelming all the time. But
we give her alone time as well. Just very important.
As well as our other kids too, because they're just as important.
Exactly.
We also joined a support group for parents with kids with schizophrenia, and we kind of use it as a safety net to like lean back on if we ever need help or someone to relate to. So that was really a good decision for us that we made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good questions all around.
Yeah, I'm really loving these. Okay. So Victor, honey.
Yes.
User Dr. John 2024 is wondering, how do we discipline our daughter with schizophrenia?
Yes.
It's not a fun
We
one.
previously talked about, you know, discipline in our last episode about spanking. We do not condone that. So we discipline our daughter in different ways, such as positive punishment, for example.
Yes.
Would you like to share a little situation that happened the week
Yes.
prior?
As we mentioned her slime before, she's just so in love with it. So Kim threw slime at her brother Khan, and it got on his shirt all over, and it ruined it. And but this was because he got into her personal space.
Yes.
So we would describe that as a positive punishment.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not okay with us. And she quickly learned that it was not okay as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Did you want to explain our negative punishment now?
Oh, of course. So this happened, maybe a couple months ago. But Kim was angry and aggressive with us because we weren't able to make it to her tennis match. I was at the office all day. She had just had Yi, basically.
Yeah.
We're still recovering, getting back to our normal schedule.
Yes.
So it was our fault a lot, but, it was really hard on the coaches, on the staff that had to deal with her episode without us there, untrained. But it's okay, because we taught her to be able to recognize her feelings, to calm herself down, and just with, steady voice and just assuring tone, people can help her. So,
Yeah.
What others can we talk about discipline? I think... Oh, we also took notes on some questions, because we really want to give you guys the best experience,
Yes.
best answers we can, because we want to help other parents, because we were struggling as well from the start. So, right, we were talking about schema before as well, right?
Oh, yes, we were. So through our discipline, she can understand how the difference between her delusion and that it's an episode, which is a schema. So she can just understand the difference between a delusion and an episode, which is very helpful for her, as well as us, that she understands.
It helped us a lot during that tennis match. That was
A rowdy
yes.
afternoon. Oh boy.
Oh, our sixth question now. We're just flying through these, aren't we, honey?
We are.
Yeah. So, user coffee loving Lizzie 47. A lot of, I guess that's a common name. They're wondering, and I quote again, how does your schizophrenic daughter cope? That's very rough. How does she keep a healthy and normal lifestyle? Wow, we almost answered this one priorly. Huh?
Yeah, almost. So what we really focus on is she does a lot of physical activity. She goes on a lot of runs during the evenings, and she has healthy eating habits. We also do care about the nutrition, her nutrition intake. So we meal prep all week and just make sure she has a good eating habit.
Lifestyle.
Yes.
Especially because her medications can cause some weight gain or just uncomfortable living. So it's really fun that we get to, go on coffee dates with her, make sure she goes out on coffee dates with her friends, even sometimes participate in slime making. I'm not the best at it, but she prefers Eva anyway. It's okay.
I did not know that.
Would you like to...
All right.
That's the last one, honey.
This is our last one?
I'm not sure. One of our last ones. Oh, incorrected.
Second to last, guys.
Yes.
We're almost there.
We can always make a part 2. Don't even worry. Just comment down below. And subscribe.
Yes.
Please. Thank you.
The Kardashians. There's more to come. All right. So user hiking Lizzie 10. Another Lizzie.
Name.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
It was a family.
So they're wondering how this affects our other 2 children and also if it affects our parenting methods towards them. All right. Let's get started.
So, as we mentioned priorly, she's had altercations, fights with her youngest brother.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And we were very worried about this since the diagnosis that we didn't want to make Khan or even Yi, as he gets older, we don't want them to feel left out.
Yes.
Which is tough still. But that's why we work too. We all do sports or physical activity together, runs, as she was talking about.
We try to have a family evening, an outing, or afternoon, at least once a week. We really try.
Whether healthy alone time and healthy just being together, like over dinner or just activity, it really works. And it does help that we have a pretty good space. That, all the kids have their own space, they have their own time, they can be together if they want, be alone if they choose. And we're really worried about that risk. Did you want to share with them
Oh
about
my,
that?
yes. So the risk is, it's a 10% risk that Khan and Yi have also, of them also having schizophrenia. So we're watching their behavior and noticing, like, if we're gonna take control, if we notice any signs between them when they get older. We're not worrying about Yi as much,
Excuse us.
but
Sorry
so
about that.
sorry for the interruption.
Our secretary, she's, a stressed woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess people got the booking times messed up, I guess.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
just to clarify, our kids are at school at this hour.
They
We are
are.
responsible parents. We have to
Yes.
state that for legal reasons. Now,
So, on to our last question.
it's a really good one, I guess. Good way to end the
Hmm.
interview. Would you like to say, or would you like me to, sweetie?
Up to you. Go for it.
Me? Ah, great. So, user not John Lizzie 84.
It's not John Lizzie.
I wonder who that may be.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess not John Lizzie.
guess not. So, Mr. or Miss John Lizzie is wondering how our daughter's condition affects our other kids and what our plans are. Wow.
Yes. So as we've mentioned before, we are planning for the future and we take control on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're very fortunate to be so comfortable financially, and if a situation were to occur, we are fully prepared for it. And now,
Yes.
having experience with Kim, I think we're ready to tackle on anything else.
I would have to agree. It's not easy.
It's not.
So we do prioritize Khan getting out of the house. I mean Kim. I'm so sorry. Those K names get me mixed up.
Yeah, it was a tough
pri-
decision.
yeah. So we prioritize Kim getting out of the house so she doesn't feel like
Just isolated, you know?
yeah, and like a caretaker.
Yeah, or forgotten. That's a big thing with her. It's a big thing
Yeah.
that sends her into an episode, just feeling forgotten. It was very tough. Yeah.
Yes. And we try not to make Khan the K names.
I
But
know.
Khan,
It's a
we don't
bad
want
name.
him to feel like a caretaker or isolated, as
Yeah.
well as Kim.
We
So
make sure to get them at the house.
yes.
Yeah. Like Yi with his crawl racing.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming after that #1 title again. Don't even worry. Sorry. Oh, right.
Khan.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're aware that, I don't know if you said this before, that he's at risk of having some depressive symptoms.
I don't think we mentioned depression, but
Right.
definitely something we're looking
Yeah.
out for.
So definitely not, if it's not schizophrenia, he's just a lot higher risk of having those. So we're on the watch.
And since Yi, our newborn, as he gets older, we're gonna watch and take note of his mental well-being. But as of right now, we are not too concerned, and we're just trying to have a happy, healthy life.
Yes.
Yes.
So it is tough, but I think we make it through. So,
Yes. We're as happy as can be.
Exactly.
All right.
My life.
Well,
So,
thanks for tuning in to the
yes.
Kardashians this
And
afternoon.
we'll be back with another episode.
Next week
Exactly.
on
Subscribe.
Monday.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed
Like,
that episode.
comment, and subscribe. Peace out.
Peace.